Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us for the post-game press conference following today's semifinal matchup of the NCAA Division II South Central Regional Men's Basketball Tournament. Coach, of course, a tough loss today, but your team fought hard, and you made it to the semifinals for the first time since the 2015-2016 season. How proud are you of your team's journey this season? You know, looking back, how do you reflect on the progress your team has made throughout the year?
Well, I'm incredibly proud of this group of young men. This has been a season where, they've been challenged from the start, not just by me, but mainly by each other. This group, even long before the season started, long before there were any preseason polls or anything of that nature, this group decided to come in and work, compete, and represent Midwestern State and themselves just to their absolute best. And so as we got going along this year, we started to develop an identity and really start clicking. And I think the biggest thing that we're going to take away from this journey is that we have a group of men that they're ready for, what's next. I mean, it's obviously a difficult locker room after it's over with so many seniors. That, the fact that we don't get to be a team tomorrow again when we just love being around each other so much. We had multiple players in the locker room that, came to Midwestern as transfers with broken relationships with basketball. And now they find themselves in a situation where they love the game again, they love being a part of the team, and they love taking advantages of the lessons that basketball, offers to them. And as a result, I'm excited for what's next for those seniors. And what they did this year to just, reestablish a standard at Midwestern State, to get this experience, to be in the postseason and play, win a game in the NCAA tournament. It's just such a special opportunity that they can be proud of. And as I look to my right and left here, I'm in a locker room that is just surrounded by fantastic young men that I know are going to be great, leaders and fathers, and husbands moving forward.
As we talk about the seniors, like you mentioned, you have a very strong group of seniors on his team, such as Pierre, who's to your right. What has been such some key contributors throughout the season? How proud are you, of course, of their leadership and the impact they've had on the program? And what do you think that they hope that they take away from this program?
Well, here's what I know, and I'll just use Pierre as the example here to my right. Okay, he's ready for what the world's going to throw at him. One of the first things that I tell these guys coming in, and they're in this basketball game to learn lessons about life. And Pierre's going to be ready for what comes next. As he gets married this summer, he's going to be ready to lead his family. He's going to be ready in whatever professional endeavor he goes into. He's going to be ready to be a great teammate, to be a leader, to understand what sacrifice means, for the betterment of not only himself and his family, but for those around him. And as I look around the locker room, those are the type of men that we have. And, obviously it hurts that we don't get to be together again, but this is, for the seniors especially, this is a launching point. They have special relationships that are going to last for the rest of their lives. We say, this is more of a 40-year relationship than a, 4-year relationship. We're just incredibly grateful for the opportunity to have coached each of those seniors.
And then just to talk about the game, how did DBU's defensive pressure and the energy from the crowd, you think, impact your team's performance tonight?
Yeah, their defense dominated the game. I mean, give them all the credit in the world. They're a good team. We didn't handle it well. Last night we handled the pressure great, and it was a very different game. And we weren't at our best tonight. It's unfortunate. You never want that to happen, but at the same time, they earn the right to play at home, winning the Lone Star Conference regular season and conference tournament title, and that puts them in a very favorable situation moving forward. And I think they're going to be a fantastic representative for the Lone Star Conference moving forward in the postseason.
What made their press different from the press you saw last night?
Well, their ability to run more athletes at you and make the catches more difficult. They're rotational defenders. It's not just the first pass, it's the second pass. Last night, we were able to make a second pass, and that was, we call it the hockey assist, right? or, grenade. You'll hear me yelling that. You got half a second before that thing blows up on you, and you got to make the next pass. Well, they were making the second pass difficult. And as we made adjustments, they adjusted well. Their players were doing it on the fly. I mean, we were talking about that at halftime. We made an adjustment. They called it out and got it. So they were a step ahead.
And then, Pierre, this is your last year, and Coach was just talking about treating college as a launching pad instead of a landing point. What are you hoping, besides that, just to take away, and how proud are you of this team that you've been with?
Well, I'm very proud of this team. Just thinking about when everybody got here in August, everybody got to campus, just how much we've worked together. And the past few years haven't been great, but this year, as Coach said, we set the standard again, and that I'm very proud of our team for that. And one of the biggest takeaways, as Coach said, he's prepared me through the game of basketball and prepared me and all my teammates to take on whatever comes at us, and to know that we have a village with us as well. We don't just have to take on things by ourselves, that everybody in that locker room is just a phone call away, and everybody's there to pick each other up. And that we reference that to each other all season. And I think that that's going to help 20 years, 30 years from now. I don't think that'll ever change. That's one of my biggest takeaways. Just Coach has prepared me for life, not just basketball.
And then
I'm sorry.
you got
What do you think your fondest memory at Midwestern State will be?
My fondest memory. I have a lot, but I would say, honestly, just this whole season. Just going to war, the way we competed every day, the way the whole coaching staff never let up on us, because I know that'll pay dividends down the road and help us in whatever we do in life. The way they stayed on us and never let up, I'm very thankful for that.
And then, Mason, you still have a little journey left with Midwestern State. What are you hoping to bring onto this new team that's going to be rebuilding? What are you going to advice you're going to give this new team to push them to hopefully this point and more next season?
This year we brought the standard back to MSU, so hoping and praying that we get back to our this spot and go advance. I think Pierre, being a big brother to me, left me a great path, a great leadership. Helped me. Just helped me in many ways that I can't even explain. So I just am thankful for him and just going to follow his path and get us to where we need to be next year.
Pierre, you're the all-time assist leader in school history. You did the most starts in school history. You played the most minutes on anyone on the team this season. What does it mean to you to leave a legacy like this at MSU?
It means everything. When I first got the offer from Coach Leslie and the staff, I knew that wherever I wanted to go, I wanted to make sure that I left my mark there, on and off the court. And that was my main goal, because, coming into college, you playing with players that are better than you and everything. So I always wanted to know that I put my best foot forward every day, and that my teammates and the coaches saw that as well, because all the accolades and everything, they're great. I'm grateful for them. But my main thing every day, all 5 years, was just making sure I put in the work, not only for myself, but for my teammates and the coaching staff, because they put in so much work behind closed doors for us. That was my main thing, to show them my appreciation for that, and to show that future players that come to Midwestern State that the coaching staff is going to do everything in their power to give you everything you need to succeed. So don't let them down at all, and continue showing them that appreciation by putting your best foot forward, coming in ready to work every single day.
Justin, I just got one for you. As far as looking at the season as a whole, and you all three of you have used the words reset the standard. Now that it's reset, you try to build on it, and you don't let it come back down, so to speak. What are the challenges in doing that as you go into an off season?
Well, the biggest challenge always in this time of year is getting enough talent on your roster. Okay, you can't hide from the fact that myself, my staff, we've been working. We've already signed some good players, but there's a lot of work still to be done. As I look at the calendar here, the portal opens again in 9 days, and the next 2 months are essentially the wild west, and it's crunch time. We've got to get in there and fight and work and do everything we can to. Now, again, part of the standard is going to be a level of talent without question, but it's the quality of men that you get to work with every day. And so, that kind of the old adage, you might have to talk to 25 or 30 to find that one that you want to kind of hone in on as a priority target. But that's the job, and it's developing relationships that, I hope with each of these young men, the relationship that started in recruiting is the same relationship that they get throughout their time on campus. And that it's authentic. It's not transactional. We want it to be transformational, that they're able to grow and be something special. So, there's no rest for the weary. It's tomorrow morning. That's the deal.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
y'all.
Thank you.